Hello and welcome to Race Space. Tonight we'll be doing the finals of Spain. Oh. Okay, my service is temporarily unavailable. I don't know about yours.
I've got no reports. I'm still streaming on air, yep.
Right, so we're on air with you, so I'm just going to try start mine up again. Sorry guys.
This is the technical issue I had the other night. It stopped my stream.
It's
just restarted
very
it.
strange. Alright, so I'm just trying again. Sorry for the wait on my side. Let's hope that it works. Yours is up. I can see it.
Yep.
Technical issues, guys. It happens with online stuff.
A lot of people streaming at the moment, I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm getting it again. Okay, hold on. You can just say some stuff there on the stream while I do this.
Okay, don't put me in any pressure. Thanks very much. So yeah, we've got the both semi-finals coming up to start with. Semi-final one is going to contest Kenny Shep, Dusty, Artem, Kyle himself, Berries, and Matt Zusik. Should be a good, strong fight. This one, a lot of good, strong people in there. Plus, with it being 6 laps, it's going to test the cars to the maximum with the heat of Spain at the moment. In the game, that is, it's showing it's quite warm, and I know a lot of them struggle with tyre temperature over the 6 laps, and the engine as well suffers massively. So can alter people's driving styles and how much power you can actually get down at the time. It's kind of nursing the car to last the 6 laps, plus trying to race at the same time can be quite strategic manoeuvre. If you get caught up in a battle, you can certainly destroy your engine before you finish the race. So it's quite a technical drive that you've got to do. I can see everyone in this lobby is ready, but with the technical issue that we're just having, we're just trying to get that sorted. So apologies all round to everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna give it another go here. I think I might have done something to fix it. Let's hope it works now. Just waiting to see that it comes up on YouTube here. Oh, technology.
It'll never catch on.
Okay, I haven't got a message yet, so that's a good sign. No, I got it again. This is not good at all. I wonder why it is doing this to me tonight. I'm just gonna try again, guys.
Okay. So after this semi-final, you got semi-final 2, which in that one you got contesting. You got Jacques, myself, Rattec, and then T. Care Bear, Kento, and Marius, which is another strong semi-final. Which down to the 3 places. I mean, any of them could squeeze into the final. So it's definitely going to throw up some interesting races. I think before Kyle was on about, I think there's about 6 people that are actually out there to take their first win on this round.
Yeah, 6 people can walk away with their first Rally Fighters win tonight, so that'll be epic if it happens.
Yeah. To be fair, I would like to see someone win that hasn't won yet. it can happen. It all depends on where your grid slot is, where they randomly put you. It can also, any contact on track, a couple of cars can take each other out and let anyone through. I think personally, Artem the other night, he started off with his car very twitchy, but he came very strong through qualifying. So I'd put him down as a strong contender to sneak through to the semi-finals, into the final. I wouldn't count him out if he had a good grid position. Another one, TK Bear. He was struggling. Spoke to him recently. He hasn't had much time to practice and stuff, but it never really phases him. He always seems to pull it out the bag when it matters. You've got your strong contenders of Kenny, Jacques, Berries, which...
don't forget you. I think you came 3rd or 4th.
Never mention yourself if you're commentating, that's what I say. Commentator's curse, I'll put it on everyone else first. I've got that power to mention everybody else and not mention myself. It's... I mean, I've done
Sorry guys, I'm just logging out of my channel here and back in just to see if that will refresh it.
Okay.
I don't know why it's never done this to me before.
It's one of them things. It can happen with doing the live streams. You can have technical issues. So apologies, again, for everybody that's just waiting for the racing to actually start. I can see all the contenders are in the lobby, ready. So that's nice to see. And it's also I'm not going to curse him, but it's nice to see someone sat there very stable with internet. It's and now he seems to have given Kyle the problem with the internet.
Yeah, it's been shifted.
I was going to say
internet speed. It's just my YouTube not working.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not your internet, is it? Because it's obviously running the game fine. It's just YouTube for some reason. So yeah, another one that we haven't mentioned yet is Marius. He's in the second semi-final. He's since he's joined, he's been super impressive with his pace.
He's had a bit of bad luck so far in the races. It hasn't always gone down on paper how it looks like it goes in the races, but he's definitely got potential to take a win, I think.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be one to watch tonight. He's in that second race that'll come up after this. Only 5 cars in that one tonight. So a bit more of a chance than the guys that have to go into the 6-car race. Sort of the race you want in a semi-final as a driver, but not as a spectator.
I was going to say, even with 5 cars, there's still plenty of action. But as you said, yeah, when I saw the semi-final results come out, I was quite happy to be in the semi-final too with 5 cars. Although the caliber of the drivers is still very strong, so I'm not taking that away from it. I mean, are you looking, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm just giving it another boot up. I think it might work now, hey? Just waiting to see that it is confirmed here on YouTube, because I got YouTube up next to me. Just bear with me a second. Sorry to be holding everyone up. It's my turn this week, everyone. I think it is up, so I think we're good to go. So my stream is available now, so if you are on Rattec's stream, which you probably are because it's been the only one up, and he does make it to the final and I don't, then you can swap across to mine and see it from the track view. Anyways, I'm in this first race. I'm gonna go silent and leave you in the hands of Rattec here.
Yeah, best of luck, Kyle.
Cool. Thanks. Good luck with commentary. Good luck to all the drivers for tonight.
Thanks very much. Right, so yeah, as I said, we're running the same track as we did the qualifying on, only with 6 laps, which does make a huge factor. Pick up some damage on the first lap and you carry that through for the other 5 laps, and yeah, it can really affect your overall pace. So it's not down to a time-based kind of race compared to the qualifying. It's overall times that do that. It's now down to a knockout stages. So top 3 go through of each semi-final. So it's going to be interesting. So you got on pole, you got Matsusik, Kyle next to him, and then Berries, Kenny, Dusty, and then Artem at the back. So nice strong grid there. They're all going to be coming off and trying to get into that first corner. Obviously Matsusik and Kyle got the best advantage into that, but it all depends on the start. It's going to be interesting to see. So I think they're all underway at the moment, just syncing up. So you can hear the engines revving, and we're underway. So we're just going to see who's got the best of the break. Kyle has made a stormer going into the first corner. You got Kenny, which has snuck up into the second place. Matsusi's on his inside, so it's Matsusi still there. Berry's sneaking through now into third. Matsusi had to brake hard, I think, to get out of that. So it's you got Kyle's attack a little bit wide. Kenny's underneath his bumper now. He's definitely taking the fight to him. You got Berry's in third place, which is not too far away. So you got Kenny's gone for his Joker. I think that's a wise move from him. See whether he's got any more pace, but he's going to have the traffic of Matsusi to contend with, and then probably catch on to the back of the Berries. At the bottom, at the back, you got Artem and Dusty. Whether they've had a bit of contact because they've dropped a little bit off now. That would be unfortunate for them. So back to the front now. You got Berries has snuck into the lead, and Kenny's sending some nice lines. But you got Matsusik. He's just made a little bit of a mistake. He's gone the wrong way. So you got Dusty now up into fourth, and Artem not far behind him. So it's looking interesting. Out of these 3, still got Kyle yet, Joker. Dusty, it's not coming up on my screen whether he has Jokered yet. So he's just gone through. Where's Kyle gone now? Oh, Kyle must have made a bit of a mess going in there. I just missed that. He's probably got a lot of damage now, and he's probably really suffering with engine speed. So moving back up now, you've got the top. Well, everyone's Jokered, I think. It's not coming up on my screen, but you've got Kenny. He's out in front. There's some tyres to contend with. Berry's just going a little bit wide. So you got them two nicely out in front. You've got Dusty. He's coming over the jump now. I think he's kept it pretty clean. Looking at his car, he's all intact, and he's looking pretty safe in third place. So that would be your top 3 going into the semi at the moment. But there's still a chance that problems can occur. Artem, he's bringing it round. I could just see Kyle at the background. I think he's pulled out the way now. He's probably suffering with too much damage. That's a shame. Not being my teammate. He's suffered. So coming round now, Kenny takes a win. Berries, they've finished, and Dusty just coming round now. That's your top 3 into the final. So very strong competition there. Kyle, can you just talk us through what happened? Didn't quite have the cameras on you when
I hit the tire barrier and I got like instant 20-something damage on the engine.
Yeah.
Terrible suspension and all that. So my steering was off, and then it was just wall after wall after that.
Yeah, mate. Shame.
So
Shame,
yeah, I was up to 80 something damage at the end, so I thought I'd just
cruise it
around.
Yeah. You can see there though that the
possible. So I'm just gonna swap Rattec into the race here. I go as a director, and now the new guys need to jump in. So in this next race, we've got Jacques, Mark, TK, Kento, and Marius. So Kento's teammate is through, with his new teammate there, Dusty, getting through to the final. Can Kento make it 2 Hondas in this final? Anything can happen in these races, especially this track. It's a very unforgiving track, this one.
Yeah.
As you would have seen if you just watched my onboard.
It's easy to make a mistake, never mind racing against other people and trying to avoid anything. Or
once you make the first one, it's just so easy to just continue making mistakes over and over, because if your steering's gone here, there's a lot of having to transition the car into different directions, and then it just doesn't work if you've got damage.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what the guys should be aiming for tonight, is to pick up as little damage as they can. Alright, so we got 4 cars. We're waiting for one more. It must be... who are we waiting for? Marius.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't sent him let me send him another one. Thought I had, but obviously I had.
So yeah, I've got the pre-race nerves, as you say. Even though it's just a game, I do.
You can't do worse than what I just did. I
don't know, mate. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. I'll be out to prove you that you can do worse. It all depends on.
So let's see how many Fords are going to make it through. Will we get another Polo through, and will we get another Honda through? Will we get our first Mini through? Lots of things to keep an eye on in this one. Okay, good luck, guys.
Thanks very much. I'm going to go silent, so I'll leave you with it.
All right. So you can just see the map there on the right of our screen. So this is the actual Barcelona racetrack where they race other series. I think they do Formula 1 here. They have. Don't know if they still do it. I don't really follow F1 at the moment, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's the big track, but they're using just part of it for the rallycross with its little extra sections added to it for the dirt parts and the jump, obviously. Okay, lining up there, we can see Rattec on the front. It's a nice spot for him to start in. On his inside, though, is Care Bear. Care Bear in the blue Ford to the right of our screen, just showing there. In between the two of them at the back there is Marius in the yellow Polo. We've got the Honda at the very back, so he's got some work to get past everyone. And Jock on the very left in the Star Ford. Off the line they go, smoke everywhere.
On the left side. Okay, clear.
No accidents so far, so that's good to see. Some smoke coming off of the back of that Mini though, as Rattec storms off in front. got Care Bear right behind him. Jacques and Care Bear just bunching up a little bit there. Jacques slips through now, going. Ooh, Jacques going very wide there. Not exactly the best race line, but Jacques gets clipped by the other Ford, sending him into the wall. So that's put him out at the back now. He's going to have to put some solid laps now if he wants to get through into the final. With 3 of these 5 cars going through, it's a bit easier with the 5 than the 6-car race, but it's still a race for the top 3. So the back 2 now with Kento and Jacques taking their jokers. Kento, if he can put in some laps, he might make it past Marius, but Marius still stuck on the back of these 2 up front, so there's no obvious winner here. They seem to be making a couple mistakes as well. Over the jump he goes. He decides to take the standard lap, which sends the other 2 cars into their joker, obviously thinking they got a bit of extra pace in them, so they've taken their joker. I'm being honest, I would take the joker on my 6th lap if I was Rattec. I would just nail in the laps now and full send it into that joker on the last lap and hope that I'm still in front when I come out. So we got T Care Bear with Marius just dropping back a little. Care Bear obviously just keeping his car a bit more planted on the ground. Jacques managed to get through past Kento, so now he's on the back of Marius. But remember, these guys are all jokered now. It's only Rattec left to joker, so if there's no crashes or major gains in time here, these guys are going to be finishing in that kind of order. It's just Rattec we got to see now where he slots out into the guys that have done the joker here. Bit of a gap between each driver, but you can still see them all on screen there, so none of them specifically a lot faster than the others. It's quite an even race between them. Ooh, Rattec must have made a mistake, because now all the cars going past, he gets punted there by Jacques, which sends him into the center of the track there. He's got some serious damage by the looks of it. He got a lot of airtime there as well. So this has put Marius through, so it just shows what can happen. Marius was sitting in 3rd a bit earlier. He's through past 2 cars now in 1st place, with Jacques in 2nd. That Ford looking a bit shorter now with the front bumper gone on that car. So Care Bear still sitting in the top 3, also with a lot of damage. He must have gone straight into the back of Mark when the accident happened. Kento in 4th and Mark bringing up the rear. He's probably got a ton of damage now, so probably pretty much how my race went. He's just going to have to hope that he can make it round. Marius just having to hold it for this last lap. He goes wide into the wall, so that's not what he wants to do on the last lap. He just needs to keep it together and get over that line. Doesn't look like he's pushing too hard now. I think he's just trying to take the tightest lines he can to make sure that he holds on to it, and he does. He's through in 1st. Jacques over the line in 2nd. Coming up to the last corner is TK Bear. He's going to cross the line in 3rd. Kento sending it there. He goes across in 4th, so unfortunately he will be the first of the 2 cars not making it through to the final. And my teammate Rattec, he didn't seem to make it. He looks like he might have blown his engine just before he crossed the line. That's not what you want.
Yeah, just before I got to the line, it's
blows his engine just before. That's what I was doing in my practice earlier. It's a tough part to keep the engine not blown. But crazy race there. Lots of position change. And that was just the semi with 5 cars. Into the final we go with 6. We will have 2 people on commentary because neither of our minis have made it through. I think this is the first time for that as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to fire some people in the mini team.
It was going so well. Yeah, I just clipped the nose going into it.
Unfortunately, there will be no smoke show in this race.
Yeah, and it's typical. It's on a barrier that you've never hit before in practice, and yeah, the pressure just got to me, and then a little bit of contact. I'm sorry if I got in anybody's way. I tried to bang it in reverse, get out of everyone's way, but it's just one of them. So I think they'll be happy to get through. I think it was Care Bear and Jack that came off worse. I think. I'm not too sure.
Well, Jacques got through. He made up a position actually. So it was Care Bear. He still made it through, but he dropped back a position or 2.
Right.
And then Marius probably gained the most there. He made up a 2-car position change in that corner. So.
Right. Yeah. Apologies to anybody that.
We're just waiting now on everyone to join who was in the top 3 there. I'm just going to double check, so you're going to see a quick blue screen of boredom, unfortunately. Just while I check my screenshots. Just to double check, because when I'm in the moment, I don't always know exactly who's won. So it should be Kenny, Berries, Dusty, Marius, Jacques, and TKB.
After qualifying, that's a strong final. That is.
Who are we missing? Berries.
Berries, yeah.
So just waiting on Berries to join up now. He does have an invite from before that I hope he's able to join.
Let me just join in the chat.
So, there's 2 lots of teammates in this one. We got Marius and Berries in those polos. The cars are slightly different colors, but same liveries if you take a close look at them. So they're going to take the fight to the Ford team of Kenny and TK Bear there in their blue and black Fords. But Dusty is the story here, making it into his first final that he's ever been competing. His first event, first final. So that's a great story there. Can he make it a better story and take the win?
So if we got there, we got obviously Dusty, Marius. Has Care Bear had a win before?
No. So Care Bear and Dusty and Marius are the 2 guys. Oh, sorry. So it's 3 guys. It's 3 versus 3. So 3 guys looking to add to their current win tally, and 3 guys looking for their first ever Rally Fighters win.
This is going to be good. I can guarantee it.
So if you've got someone that you're rooting for or you want to cheer on, and you're not racing but you're watching the streams, tell us in the chat what outcome you'd love to see. Do you want to see someone add to their tally? Do you want to see a new winner? Okay, the grid is looking super full there, a lot fuller than it did with the 5 cars. Just shows what that 1 car extra can do on the track. So Berries has got a perfect spot there, I think, right dead center. He's going to have a bit of a fight on his hands into that first sort of bend with Jacques there on his inside. With the 2 of them being quite fast, they're going to have to hope that they don't take each other out, I think. T. Care Bear and Marius sitting on the back line. So they're off. Shark seems to have got a really good start. Barry's running very wide with Kenta right, well, sorry, not Kenta, Dusty right behind him. We're going to have to get used to seeing Dusty on 100 because he's new. So Jacques, he gets through and Kenny jumps up. Dusty's also through, so Barry's drops back to 4th from that first abandoned corner. I think he was probably trying to play it safe, but something's happened because Barry's isn't on the screen now. He's dropped to the back. You're on cameras there. I don't know if you realized yet. So we're watching Barry's now, and he is at the back after something that we didn't see on our screen. So Jacques now pulling far ahead. The car behind him, Kenny, deciding that he wants to take the Joker, comes out of the Joker ahead of his teammate TKB there. So it's pretty certain that Kenny's going to be one of the front runners here. We don't know where Jacques' Joker will place him or when he's going to take it yet. Ooh, bit of collision there from Marius and TKB, but TKB pulling his car back, gets the car going straight again. Dusty, we can see there, he's taken his Joker as well. So Joker taken by Dusty, Berries, and Kenny. So I reckon the two back cars could possibly get past maybe Marius and someone else just taken their Joker now, maybe. We've got, I think Marius took his Joker, so Dusty came out just ahead of Marius, and Barry's on the tail of his teammate now, of Marius there. Just watching Kebe here, so he's in 3rd behind his teammate, but he still needs the Joker, so I reckon Dusty and maybe even Marius, we don't know about Barry's, could possibly get through on the Joker, depending on how quick he goes. Let's see.
Jack's just
I think he's taken his Joker.
Yeah.
Quickly take a look there at TKB. He might have just taken his Joker. He did take his Joker, so that's put him out on the back now of Marius. So Barry's did get through, but he's messed up the straight section there, which allows Barry's to get through. One tire on the grass. I'm pretty shocked it didn't pull him out, actually. Usually you do that when your car gets pulled into the grass in this game. Care Bear still holding on to that 5th position. Marius in 4th. So unless mistakes are made, this is what we're looking at. Another win from Jacques. Kenny would come out 2nd, and Dusty, well, we don't know. Dusty's right on the tail of Kenny, actually. So we might see a move before the end there. Only on the 5th lap.
Well, I think this is where the tyre wear is really going to start coming into it. They're going to start struggling.
We know how many is that our tyres were basically gone on this lap, where the other guys didn't seem to be struggling so much. Some of them obviously saying they get that tyre temps goes to like an orange color on their screen or to a red. Mine, for my back right, if I was in this race, would probably be not there. There would be no color. The tire would be worn. Very tough on the 6th lap on this track to keep your engine and tire temps down. Barry's just crossing for his final lap, so let's see what's going on there with Jacques. If he's going to cross the line, okay. He's got a ton of room, so he's got no pressure on him to win. He's going to rack up another win here by the looks of it, just adding to his already dominant point tally for wins. He's what the driver that sits with the most wins at the moment. We got Kenny managing to just hold off Dusty till the end for 2nd. Dusty goes over in 3rd, so podium for him for his first ever event. Marius in 4th. TKB goes across that line in 5th, and Barry's gonna be in 6th there. So a lot of action in that race, but Jacques comes out in front.
Yeah, he seemed to pull a big gap away from the rest. I didn't see any major incidents that Kenny was involved with. Really, I
think there was a few small incidents that could have held some of the other guys up, just a couple nudges and bumps, but I mean, Jacques was already through by then, so that just left him with the whole track to work with, and he did what needed to be done.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to Dusty Ben there, on the podium in his first event. So you can expect big things to come from him in the future.
I think we're going to see him getting a lot faster throughout the season. I seem to remember him saying that he does run a standard setup on his cars at the moment. So if he's running this standard and he gets used to some custom setups, he is going to get a lot faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is the final over and done with. We have our third winner for this season. And
well done to Jack.
We haven't had anyone yet win more than one in a row this season. So we're heading to France for the next race, which is in 2 weeks' time. We know that can be a very fast track. We know that there's a lot of dirt on that one.
I was going to say,
I think there's going to be a ton of action.
It's fast and it's loose surface, isn't it? On the dirt, very loose. But,
it is.
Throws up some very good racing.
It's also a track where you can get very sideways. It's not always the fastest line, but
we've got to pull it back. We've got to pull it back.
Should be a very good race. We'll try to get our 2 minis in there for that one. Yeah, but good race from everyone. Well done. And we'll see you guys tomorrow if you want to catch the GT3 stream. Otherwise, see you in 2 weeks for Rally Fighters on Project Cars. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. See you later. Top.